Happy hunting.
Hunt me.
I'm the hunted one.
I'm hunting most things.
That's Hans.
You can hunt.
Long have you hunted me?
You're being hunted.
Good morning, welcome back to another curated top 10 for the 23rd of July, brand new week, Monday for steemhunt.com, 2018, July. I am a robot doing the starts. Alright, let's get into the first one today. This is Term 2 SVG, record terminal sessions as SVG animations. Cool little GitHub here from one of our popular hunters who puts in some great hunts. Every time I see his hunt, I always know it's going to be something cool. Term to SVG is a Linux terminal recorder written in Python that renders your command line sessions as standalone SVG animations. That's kind of cool because anything that you're doing on the command line, you can do a little movie recording of it and then send it to somebody, or you can just drop it convert it into a GIF and then drop it onto your page on Steemit or something like that. Ideal for little tutorials and walkthroughs so people can have this playing in another window while they type it into their terminal, their command line. Next up is Itch. This is an interesting one. It's kind of come out of nowhere. I'm not sure how I fell on it. Oh, I think I fell on it because of the last hunt today that I've also included. Install, update, and play indie games. So any of those like alternative indie games that kind of don't make it onto Steam, the platform, not Steam as Steam blockchain, but Steam, the gaming platform. It's very similar to that. It's very similarly designed. I'm presuming it's using Electron because it's like a downloaded, works on everything, Linux, Mac, PC. But obviously there's limited games for Linux compared to the other platforms. But there is some really weird, random stuff on this. And there's a ton of free stuff on there as well. So don't go and check it out. itch.io. For Windows, Mac, and Linux. Next up today is Stream Keys, global hotkeys for your favorite music players. I love this because, especially when I start streaming, I want to be able to get everything on lockdown. You know, from the Stream Deck to just keys in general, hotkeys in general for everything that's happening while I'm doing the stream. Because I don't want anything to take away from actually doing the stream, like the actual bit that people watch. You know, like either the playing of the games or just like interfacing with the chat. I want to have everything locked down, and music is a big part of that. So control players inside of Chrome from anywhere on your computer, works with your favorite sites: 8tracks, Bandcamp, Deezer, SoundCloud, Last.fm, Spotify. Cool little plugin and easy to use. Next up is The Lock, complete smart security. The first time when I saw this, I was like, okay, this is something that's trying to do a little bit too much. It's got GPS tracking, which you don't normally find on a lock, which makes me a bit worried that their lock isn't that good if they're worried about it actually getting stolen. Anti-theft alerts, plus alarm, plus keyless steal. And it looks to me like that is a solar cell on the right hand side, and I presume that is for the GPS module. I'm not sure if this is already being used out there live on one of those bike sharing services around the world, but it certainly looks the part. Risk 1, as soon as deeper locks motion sensor triggered, you receive an alert. Now the clock is ticking for the thief. Meanwhile, a piercing 110 decibel alarm is sounding, alerting everyone around. The thief now has to contend with a mounted, keyless, steel reinforced lock that's been engineered to withstand attack. Even if they somehow compromise the lock, the Deeper Lock Pro Plus model has built-in GPS, giving the thief nowhere to hide, unless they wrap it in a Faraday cage, of course. If somebody wants to steal your bike, somebody's going to steal your bike. That's just kind of the way I see it. What is this? This lock immobilizes your bike via an isometrically encrypted connection. Certainly sounds a business. I think bike locks have needed to be super upgraded for a long time. On a really expensive bike, I'm not letting it out of my sight. I want to visually be able to see it straight outside the coffee shop, and I want to be able to react and run out, which basically means I need to have a security lock on my computer as well, because I'd go and protect my bike, come back in and somebody steal my laptop. Next up, the Infinite Air. Dead reasonable price. I can't actually believe how reasonable this is. Oh, my focus is gone. Just give me a second. Infinite Air, £105. Kind of cheap. Portable wind turbine. Harness the wind to generate power. Currently out of stock. Damn it. Oh, mid-July. It's going to get more stock in mid-July. So normally this would have got kicked back on Steam, but they've got some coming in. The Infinite Air harnesses the wind to generate instant power to a device or battery. Perfect for charging smartphones, cameras, medical equipment. Infinite Air's groundbreaking, completely wind powered turbines. Been 4 years in development. Used the highest industry experts. Yada yada yada. I'm interested to know how much power. Okay, they've got tech specs here. Total weight 626 grams. That's actually very light. Output 5 volts at 1.5 to 2 amps. I mean, something like that, you could power that into a battery backup that you would use to charge your phone. Bear in mind, you could just stick this on the roof. Power generated 7.5 to 10 watts in winds as light as 15 miles an hour. Warranty 2 years. I mean, you really can't go wrong if you've got somewhere static or you've got some way of mounting that in an easy way. Let me have a quick look at the photos just to see where they actually put it. So somebody had it high up on a mountain, which is obviously going to work very well. Somebody's mounted it on the side of a boat. That's kind of cool. Somebody's got it high, wide up, really high up there. I could definitely see this on the side of a van, like this thing on the front here, like driving that on the front of a van and then connecting that inside to like a battery backup or a bank of battery backups in the car as you're moving between destination. So if you're doing like 30 or 40 miles driving a day, solar panel on the roof, wind power as well, the jobs are good. And £100 is not bad at all. It's really not bad at all. I might want to get in touch with these guys and see if they want a brand advocate. I haven't got £100 to drop on one, but I would like to play with one. Workouts for everyone. Hip.fit. It's Tuesday morning. Choose exercises for physical therapy, on the move, office workers, runners, bathroom activities, waking up. I kind of dig this just because of the visual interface of it. It might look kind of, let's do on the move. It might look kind of basic, but there's a whole bunch of these different exercises. Driving, shoulders, rotations. Windshield time has always been wasted time till now. We don't endorse distracted driving, so we've developed a micro workout that helps you do both hands on the wheel as you're commuting to work. I think that's kind of fire. I like this a lot. I like it because it's simple and it gets to the point and it helps people exercise. Next up is Point Security. Point Security Smart Alarm. Home security made easy. Let me just get rid of that last one. Made easy, transparent and affordable. Protect and monitor one device, easy to install and collaborate with neighbors. I kind of dig this. I kind of dig it. This is kind of like a lot of the technology that you kind of put and forget, you know. Protect, monitor, collaborate with your friends, family and neighbors to create the network behind your smart home. I like the collaboration with the neighbors, especially if you're going away for a week or 2 weeks and you know they get a movement detected alarm. They can just swing by and have a look, see what's going on. I kind of dig that, and the price is pretty good as well. I think they're around about $100, especially if you're going to like put this underneath, you know, like some furniture or you know, behind the doorway, behind doors, have it all connected up to your hub, your Wi-Fi. Maybe you need that little wind power thing, so you've got like a backup battery as well, just in case all the power goes off. Next up, a Bouncy driving connected. One device, $8. 3 devices, $20. So this is one of those little plug-in things that you can get for a car. I think it's after 1995. Most cars came with this little bolting things. Kind of what they use in the garages for diagnostics. They plug it in. It's called the ODB port, I believe. You plug it in and they can do diagnostics on the whole of the car, the engine, lights, everything, all the electrical system, and it'll let them know straight away what areas of the car need the most attention. Kind of like, does it need tuning, does it need this, is this playing up, etc. What this does is you can plug in a bunch of stuff, so get driving alerts, vehicle information, trip history, and you can connect it to IFTTT or Google Home or Alexa, things like that. Why I put this in here today is not because that's kind of cool and quirky and you get some extra data. If you're using one of those services, a little bit like Airbnb for renting out your car, having one of these plugged into your car kind of gives you some data on the people who are hiring your car. And I kind of like that because you can find out if they're driving it too fast, if like they like, you know, super acceleration, like what times of night they were using it, where they kind of went to. I don't know the legality of that. I don't know if you have to tell them before they hire the car. I mean, it kind of adds an extra level of like trust to the car because at least they know that you're watching them, kind of thing. If I was hiring my car out, like if I was leaving the country for a certain amount of time, something like this would give me the kind of peace of mind knowing that it's been hired out to be able to like track and see how it's being driven, more to the point. That doesn't get around like how people treat the insides of it, things like that, but gives you that extra little bit of like, you know, I'd love to be on the other side of the world and get data from my car. Last two today then, the Magic Office chair casters. Now, I wouldn't normally throw products like this up, and I'm not sure if I'd got this on my moderation run if I'd have put it through, but this is something that I'm very interested in from a wheel design innovation perspective, because it's something I have a product, something that I want to build, been wanting to build it now for probably about 3 or 4 years. Started making like mock-ups and layouts and prototypes of it, and then either moved away from the area or moved away from the place that was doing all the laser cutting, so I couldn't continue doing the prototype. But this is kind of neat. Replacement wheels, set 5, rolling over the cables, glow in the dark, no more stumble. So I've been looking for casters or for wheels that A, are super well made, and 2, can take a lot of weight, and these seem to be the ones to go for, especially the fact that they kind of glow. I kind of like that at night time as well, because it adds to the health and safety of the product. I seem to be losing my voice. 1 second. Alright, final one today is 1337 Doom. It's a hacker's version of the original Doom. Well, it's not really a hacker's version, it's that somebody's hacked together the WAD files that come with Doom, and they've created a displayer to be able to display that data in ASCII, of all things. After all these years of Doom being around, they've decided to create a version of it that plays completely without graphic interface. It's just all textual. It must be an absolute nightmare to play this game. I don't know how fast the refresh rate is on this, but I'm sure it's going to be fun. And this came off that itch.io site, so you're going to find a lot of alternative and different stuff on that platform. That's it for the top 10 curated hunts today. I think we had some good ones in there today. I was quite pleased with that. If you've never been on the site before, if you're looking at this video from a decentralized platform, this is what Steam Hunt looks like from July 2018. If you click through to any of these things on the right hand side, they appear on the left hand side. Hitting the white button takes you through to the website that was hunted. If you want to add your own, you just go to signup.steemit.com and get yourself a Steam account. If you have a Steam account already, just log in with your Steam details via Steam Connect, so it's very secure. And you just fill this in. Just put the title, put the description, add a picture, so just drag and drop up to 10 meg. You can even do GIFs as well. Put in some tags and then click on submit. Obviously, you can submit 2 a day, but you have to use the same like 5 minutes apart. That's kind of like spam protection on Steam blockchain anyway. But you can submit 2 a day, and the rollover is at 12 midnight Korean time, which is about 4 PM GMT in the UK. And then what happens is, if people think it's good, they comment on it, they tend to upvote it, and if you upvote into the top 10, then you get a higher upvote on your post via the bid bot, which runs about an hour after the rollover. And you can do that every day, every 24 hours. It's a no-brainer, really. If you love products, if you've got some quality products that you use and you think are awesome and other people should know about, do a search first on the Steemit platform. Just go to steemhunt.com and do a search for that product name. Also try different versions of the name as well, because sometimes people can spell it a little bit differently. And if it's not there, submit it, and who knows, you might end up in the top 10. That's it for me today. I will catch up with you tomorrow. Take care.